Hey everyone, it's Graphic back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be doing a solo ranked game at the highest rank in Rematch, Elite. And this is one of those games where I'm just going to kind of commentate on my thoughts and how I'm actually able to win a lot of solo games. So the first thing I'm going to do is look around to see if we have a goalie. Of course, we do have a goalie in this scenario, which is fantastic. It's a great advantage when you're searching solo to get a goalie in your net. So we have a goalie. I'm going to pick up 4 right away. I also noticed that nobody is on the guide to the left of me, 3. So I'm going to kind of play it safe for just a second here as I let them take advantage. Here I have a nice little opportunity, so I'm going to do a nice little blade shot into the left post. It's a good start for us because getting off to a 1-0 start, obviously, in any game is going to be very beneficial. But getting off to a nice little 1-0 start with using some kind of mechanic is also going to give you some, some street cred when it comes to the teammates and passing typically. So very useful and beneficial to get that on an early start. So first off, we're going to pick off or start off by picking up 4. Just making sure they can't get the ball to 4. We cut that off. Great play. And then we kind of followed up with a missed dribble, but that's fine. Still in possession a little bit here. Wasn't able to contest that. I would like to be able to get in front of Afro there, number 2, but wasn't able to defend that, unfortunately. So here I'm in a bad spot. I'm not really defending anything, but we did have possession, so I was a little confused on if we were going to hold it or not. But I am going to play a little more safe in some of these scenarios just because, again, you're playing solos. A lot of these guys don't know what they're doing when they're playing solo queue, and they're just going to run 4 straight up. We do get obviously, a couple opportunities on offense, so those are exciting, and we'll see those when they come. But we're going to start it off with trying to get the Frank there, and we actually get blocked, so it's great defense by number 2. Should have been aware of what was taking place there. Could have been a bad mistake from me. But here we're going to actually go to Gunny, just making sure we can cross up the field. We get it to Frank. We get to Sus. It's actually looking like a really good play, but then we go and we miss. Frank misses an opportunity there, and then I try to make something happen. Misplay that. So we're back on defense again, and that's the greatest part about this game is how fast the transitions are, because we're now from offense straight to defense, back to offense, and we're moving. And this is, again, great passing plays already in a solo game. It doesn't matter if it's the highest rank. It just feels good when you get some of these passing plays going. So Gunny's actually going to try, I believe, to hit me here. Let's see if he actually does. No, he goes across to Frank. I like the opportunity to try to, get it to the middle and get a nice, easy goal, but it's just not going to work there. Frank going to send that one, looks like, directly at the goalkeeper, which is a bad shot. I'm going to use some boost here and try to get back, make sure we're in a position to actually help the team. Looks like Sus could lose a one-on-one, so I just want to be a body in the way, and that's exactly what we do. So, again, solo queue is all about playing what your team needs. So if you see your team has, 4 strikers, or you see your team has no defenders, you got to pick up where you can and help your team the most. So again, how do we win so many solo queue games? It's by adapting. Here we have one with a good one-on-one scenario there. Again, I was pushing up a little bit too far. I want to get back on that offensive end. I assume that we're going to get scored on at least once just based on having so much aggression. So I want to get, a 2-0 start to really get a comfortable lead, and then we can maybe back it off a little bit. But we're going to Gunny here on the side. Frank actually, continues to kind of struggle a little bit. I think this is just starting to be a rough game for him, so I'm hoping to get him involved as well. We're actually going to pass it right back to him because of this, and then he sends it back right to 4. So we have some questions about Frank right now, and you also have to realize, and I'm actually going to say something about that too, is when somebody's dribbling in front of you, it's not a bad idea to double team there and leave somebody, from midfield to go double team it, because they're not going to see you from behind. Here we're going to take an opportunity to try to shoot ourselves. Pretty selfish play. Didn't work out. We love the corner shot. However, like I said, first game of the day, missed it pretty badly, so it's not going to be the end of the world. Still up 1-0, but like I was saying earlier, contesting somebody from behind is a very easy way to get a free steal. A lot of people not aware of the minimap, even at the highest rank. The minimap's there to help you guys, and a lot of people, like I said, do not take advantage. So we're trying to get him here back on defense. Gunny, I assumed, would have one there on the swap, but it didn't quite work out to our advantage. A good little fast break here for me and Sus. We're going to see what happens here. Sus is actually going to take it straight. He's going to give me a nice little pass. I'm going to give him a pass back straight into the goal. Very, very easy goal there. One thing you'll notice that Sus did there is he ran in a straight line. How do you miss a pass on somebody that does not move off of their direct angle or direct line? You can predict and guess exactly where they're going to be when they get there. So a very easy way to take advantage of what Sus did there. A really good play by him. So here, we're up 2-0, minute 50 left. You're feeling pretty good. You know, you got an advantage, and we're just looking to play a little bit of defense. If the offense comes, that's fine. It's, you know, it's ranked. We're trying to get better. So if the offense does take place, we will try to take advantage here. One takes a mistouch into actually a nice little dribble. Unfortunately, he's not a dribbler, you can tell, so I'm not going to feel too bad about pressing him. If he gets past me, I don't think too much is going to take place. So here we got Frank. He's going to grab that ball, which is a good ball to grab. But he's playing it a little fast. He needs to slow it up and go back with that potentially. I assume he's going to lose this ball. It's actually, I don't remember what happens here. He does lose a ball. It turns into one of those 50s in the corner. We'll see what ends up happening. If they're smart, they go goalie. So I start to kind of cheat up to think about going to that goalie line, and then I remember that we're up 2-0, and what am I doing? Try to press the goalie. So we go over to 3. We're going to actually guard 3 because, again, look, he's trying to do the hesitant, be patient game. Kind of a misfire on the back pass, but it should be fine. We're going to get another little Frank and I are going to get another little breakaway, and I'm going to fully miss him on that. And I'm trying to say sorry, by the way. I still don't know the D-pad buttons to say, you know, what I want to say, but I'm trying to say sorry to Frank because that was definitely a 1-2 that we could have had on a free goal, just like we did with Sus earlier. So my bad on that part, Frank, for sure. Here, 4 had a nice little touch. He had a chance at a goal, but he took too long to actually get the shot off, so we'll take advantage of that. If he did a pass shot, potentially he had a chance. But, yeah, now this one's starting to look very, very good for us. You know, 2-0, 20 seconds left. These don't usually turn around too fast. So Frank's going to get at the ball again. I don't know if the goalie and Frank are buddies, but Frank is getting the ball quite a bit off the goalie, and you'll have to recognize these things throughout the game. Who's the guys you can trust? Who's the guys that are, you know, duo queued or potentially trio queued? As a solo queue, you don't always get, you know, just a bunch of solos, so you got to keep in mind that. But it's a fairly solid solo ranked game at the elite rank, or the highest rank in the game. So I just wanted to kind of showcase that to you guys, and hopefully you guys like the video. If you guys want to see more like this, definitely let me know in the comments below. If not, we'll go back to tutorials, guides, tips, tricks, videos. But thank you guys again for tuning in. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on. I will see you guys all in the next one.